You are listening to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I am Mistress Miriam. I am here with Mark Sherry and our two special guests, Tony Vacca and Derrick Jordan. And you just heard The Power of Peace by Tsidii Le Loka. And we started off with Diaspora Sings by The Lost Tribe. Tony, let's talk about your choices here. Tell us about the music.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
Tsidii Le Loka.
Okay, so Power of Peace. This was Tsidii's creation, and I met her because a friend of mine, said, you got to meet this woman. She's studying at UMass. She's from Lesotho with the kingdom inside of South Africa. She's going to blow your mind. I thought, okay, sure. Well, actually, yeah, way past blew my mind. She was amazing. And her song Power of Peace, yeah, in America, we've got a whole world of stories about peace and love. But in the world of Africa, the power of peace, she sort of was resetting that to mean we are stronger together, and all the challenges we face, from climbing mountains to finding ways to transcend the tribalism or violence that can be instigated from outside forces. She was really serious about this song, and yet it is sweet and wonderful. And we sort of developed the balafon line and the feel of the song, but it's really her gigantic voice, the power of her voice and the power of her message that carries the day. And I was looking for a way to make a launching pad for her voice, and that was all pretty cool. So we had the balafon and her singing, and we worked on it. But the recording, what happened with the recording was we were invited to a festival in support of AIDS research in France. And while we were there, we were in a hospital, on the hospital grounds, in a church setting where they had a photographic display of illustrating living with AIDS, and we were playing there, and we wound up working and recording this song Power of Peace. It was produced by Francois Bréant, who had produced Salif Keita in the recent past. So we are playing in this church where there was a photo exhibit, and some of the people in the photos illustrating living with AIDS were in the hospital, and they came to the hospital, to the church, to hear us play. I don't know how to explain what happens when you're playing a song that is already powerful, and then people on the edge of life and death, fighting for their lives, show up to hear you play. There aren't too many moments that take you that deep and that high all at the same time, and that was one of those.
Wow. Yeah. Well, and Tsidii's vocals are so powerful. They are so powerful.
I have to say, this album, Here's to the Night, is a fantastic album. Like every single song on the album, this song is fabulous, but as a whole album, terrific.
And we started out this block with Diaspora Sings by The Lost Tribe. And the song is written by Jocelyn Pleasant, who is a percussionist, an amazing musician, and actually The Lost Tribe, we know well. They were a winner of Valley Music Showcase that we run, and they're just a fantastic band. And the vocals, on here, the harmonies are great, and I believe, they also have a balafon, which for those of you who are not familiar with the African instruments, the balafon is sort of a African xylophone.
Exactly. And Jocelyn, she was part of the Senegal America Project in that she came with us on one of these trips with a vision of translating not only her experience as music, but her studies in ethnomusicology at Wesleyan University. She wanted to turn it real and in the moment and create an orchestra there to record. And that's what happened here. So there were players from Guinea, at Sobobade. She worked with some of them. You can hear the Fula flute in this music. I can hear rhythms of Ghana, which I know she knows very well. So this was a real confluence of not only Jocelyn's skills, but her knowledge about the African world and the music that is all throughout West Africa in all its various forms. this is a beautiful amalgamation of all those rolled together. Aisha Sheikley was also part of it. She's singing in some of it. I hear English. I hear some, probably some languages from Guinea. I don't speak them, but I think I recognize them. I hear some Spanish. I hear the world of world music in this song, which is why I wanted to hear it played. So amen for Jocelyn for doing
Oh,
this.
yeah. Great tune. Our next block that we have coming up is a little bit more of a straight ahead jazz block by two amazing artists, a tune by Avery Sharpe and then one by Charles Langford, a brand new tune that we're going to start out with called Big Sur.